The mass shooting at the Vaughan condo building that left 5 people dead and injured a 6th person.
Our crime analyst Steve Ryan is on that story this afternoon. Joins us now live with the latest and more, Steve, on one of the victims who's currently recovering. Steve.
Yeah, Nick, I'm joined by John Di Nino, who is the head of that condo corporation, and this remarkably strong man has reached out to me to pass on a message. And John, I want to say, first off, I'm sorry for what's gone on with you and your family and your colleagues, and thank you for reaching out to me. I'm incredibly humbled by the fact that you chose to speak with me, so thank you for that. And what would you like to say?
The first thing I'd like to say is I want to extend my deepest sympathy to my friends, those people that were killed by this tragic event. Some of those people were my colleagues, my friends, and served on the board with me. But more importantly, I don't want to take anything away from the victims that lost their lives, but to my partner, my wife, who was a victim of this senseless tragedy, to her children, my grandkids that are trying to process this, my wife's sisters, and all of our extended family. This is not supposed to happen. As condo board members, we are volunteers. We do the best for our community. We've been dealing with this for a number of years. We've been before the courts, and I just want everybody to know that gun control and mental health needs to be fundamentally a priority in this country. And I just want everybody to pray for all of the victims and for my family in this really difficult time.
I am very impressed with how you're able to stand here and talk about this. Can I ask you how your wife is doing? I know you said to me that you believed your family was targeted. Can you tell me why you believe they were targeted? And without getting into specifics, how is your wife doing?
Look, my wife remains in serious condition in a local trauma center. She went through extensive surgery, but we're hoping that she's on the road to recovery. We've got a long road ahead of us, and this is not just about, the superficial injuries and the gunshot wounds. It's about the mental health and all of the things that are going to be challenging moving forward. Life is never going to be the same for me and for my wife and our family.
John, you said you believed that your family was targeted. Why, again, not specifics, this is a police investigation, but why do you believe that you were targeted?
Well, if you look at the victims that were impacted, all of the deceased, they resided on our board or previously resided on our board. And the fact that the gunman approached our unit and targeted my family only leads me to believe that it was a targeted intent. But we'll let the police determine what the outcome of their investigation looks like.
Again, I appreciate you doing this, and I will preface this again with it's an ongoing police investigation, but I understand you witnessed the shooting of your wife. Can you describe what that was like?
Look, I don't want to get into the details. I was there when the gunman targeted my wife. The emotional, I just keep seeing everything over and over again. Last night I did get a couple hours sleep, but I have to say that it was really nightmarish, and we've asked for counseling, and we're going to get the support we need. And we have my wife's family is amazing, my family is amazing, and together we're going to get through this. It's just going to take some time.
You're a union guy, you lead people, you do incredible work on your condo board, helping people voluntarily. Does this sort of warp your perception with regards to the quality of people, or will you continue to be one of those that fight for people?
Look, as a transit union, we've been advocating for assaults on our subway systems and on our buses. We've been talking about assaults and injuries and attacks. And we go in as leaders and we try to help our members in these really difficult times. This one is hitting home. It's not supposed to happen in your house. It's not supposed to happen to your family. We're volunteers. We work for the community. I'm going to continue. I'm going to make it a mission to continue advocating for gun control and mental health in the city and across this country. We need to do better.
Where do you find your strength, John?
my strength and my resolve is with my family, with my wife's family, who have been absolutely amazing. But, you know, as a leader, it's part of our DNA to go out and help people. But sometimes you have to go to those leaders and say, are you okay? And thank God I have people who are reaching out and saying, John, are you okay? And is your family okay? We are going to work through this and we're going to survive. But for those that lost their family members, their loved ones, my colleagues, my friends in that condo, my heart goes out to you guys. This was totally avoidable.
I'm going to ask you, as a leader, John, are you okay?
I'm okay. You know, I have the support. My national and international office is sending in grief counselors as we speak. We're going to deal with myself, my wife, and the family, and we're going to make it through. We're strong.
Lastly, and thank you for doing this, is there a message you want to get out there? I know you talked about gun control and mental health. If anybody in power is listening to this, looking at you and what you're struggling with right now, what would that message be?
We need to do better. You know, how the assailant acquired a gun is going to be determined by the police investigation. How we control how they use them and how, you know, it needs to be better. There needs to be better laws to protect us. People shouldn't have access to these assault weapons, to these semi-automatic guns. You know, if people want to go hunt, let them go hunt, but not in our communities, not in our homes. And you know, it's years that we've been dealing with this. The flags were there. Everybody should have seen them. And we should have responded better. The court should have responded better. And let's see how this unfolds.
And I understand you're on your way to the hospital.
I am. I'm going to spend time with my wife. Thank you.
Thank you for trusting me with this interview, and all the best, and we'll stay in touch, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. Guys, I'm going to send it right back to you.